Alrighty, hey guys, I'm sorry about my absence. I have been waiting for a good time where I had good lighting and everything worked well. Unfortunately, that time has not come. I've been really busy during the day, and so I come home and it's late, and we just had our time change, and so it's starting to get dark at like 4. So by the time I'm home and it's dark, and I'm just like, oh, I'll wait for the next day when the lighting's better. Hasn't happened. So I apologize for the lighting, and I apologize for this delay. So this video, I'm going to be talking about our passport applications. In Canada, this is what they look like. They come in a small little envelope. As you can see it has Passport Canada on it, and on the back it gives you some steps. For me, I am renewing my passport. I have one already, but to be safe for another 5 years, I figured it's about time to renew it. And so I'm just going to do this video showing you guys simple steps. I'm obviously not going to complete it with you guys on this video, but I'm just going to go through it and hopefully make it a little more clear, because sometimes these applications are crazy. They're pages and pages of so many different things, and some people find it super daunting to make one of these. So I'm just going to go over it real quick and hopefully help you guys. So let's get started. When you open up your envelope, you will find 2 different papers. One says Adult General Passport Application. Obviously, if you're not 16 or over, you will have a child application. In that case, it'll be different. You'll have to get your parent to help you with that. This is for everyone 16 years of age and older. And if you have a current Canadian passport, you can get the simplified version for if you're renewing your adult passport. If you're going from a child to an adult, you'll have to do the full passport application, but if you're simply renewing, it's so much easier, which is awesome. And so one of these is simply an information packet, which is super duper awesome, because I opened this all up and I was like, oh my goodness, there are so many pages. But this is just information, the one that does not have the yellow strip, no yellow strip, yellow strip. So you don't really need this. I advise to read over it because it does help you through this. But for right now, we're going to just be looking at the general application form that you had to fill out. So what it is asking you, you'll open it up and it has your personal information. So obviously just fill out your personal information, your given names, your birthday, place of birth, etc., etc., etc. And then the declaration of guarantor is something you should watch out for, because what that is you just have to find someone. Here it says anyone who's known you 2 years or older, 2 years or longer. And so for most of you, that's not going to be that hard to find someone, and it cannot be a family member. So keep that in mind. And if you can see that, I hope you guys can see this. Here it is for a little box for your signature, and it has a little green coating around it, I guess. And if you put your signature in it and any part of your signature touches the green lines, it is void. So be careful about that. Another thing, you need to give your passport that you've had previously. If you did not have a passport, then you have to do like this crazy thing and fill out an entirely different form. So keep that in mind. It's crazy. Proof of citizenship. This is also a little bit confusing. Part 4 here. Let me fold this over for you guys. It says proof of your citizenship. So they have like 4 different boxes in here, and you have to choose which one you relate with, I guess. The first one is to be completed by all applicants. If you acquired citizenship of another country before January 1st of 1947, I'm going to go ahead and assume that if you're watching this video, you were born after 1947, because what would that make you, like late 60s, early 70s or something. Because my grandma was born in 32 and she's 80. So, I don't know. I don't know what that would make you. But you're probably born after 1947 if you're watching this video. And then, so, for some of you, if you were born in Canada, all you have to do is fill out the top little box that says if you were born in Canada. And then completely disregard the rest. That's a mistake I made, filling it out once. I started looking at it, and then I gave different numbers, and it was just a hot mess. And so, and then the same goes for if you were born outside of Canada, only fill out the bottom box instead of the top one. And if you're born outside of Canada, you'll have to provide either your Certificate of Canadian Citizenship, of Naturalization, Register of Birth Abroad, or Retention of Canadian Citizenship. And then if you're born in Canada, just your birth certificate. And then they also want other documents to support your identity. So along with bringing in your old passport, you'll have to bring in other documents, such as, actually they need your birth certificate. So you need to bring that. Your birth certificate and your passport are two things that you have to bring. And then you can choose other things that to bring for your second document to support your identity. That was really confusing sounding. So you can choose in your information packet, it'll give you a list, but all they want is something with your photo on it. So for me, I'm using my driver's license. You can also use your provincial, your card that just has your identity on it, or really anything else that has your photo and your name and everything like that. And then all you have to do is get it signed. So they want registers, I don't know what I'm talking about. References. They want references. So along with your guarantor, that's one person you need, who has known you for over 2 years. You also need 2 references, different from your guarantor, who have known you for over 2 years that are not your family members. And for that, they need just their first name, their last name, the relationship to you, their address, their phone number. And for your guarantor, you will need your guarantor's passport and their expiration date. So keep that in mind. I made the mistake as well, and it took way too long to find that information from them. And that's really it. So, along with filling out that application, you're going to have to get photos. So you can find photos from any photographer who is licensed to do it, or just, for me, I go to London Drugs. I'm not sure if you guys have that in the States. I don't think you do at all. And if you're from the States, this doesn't really apply to you anyway. But I go to London Drugs, or Superstore I think does it as well. And it'll probably only cost you like $15, which is pretty good considering you're still going to have to pay a bunch of money to get the passport application processed. But to get your photos, it's like about $15, and you can get it anywhere really. And so you need your photos. They'll give you 2 identical copies. You'll have to get the back of one of them signed by your guarantor. And then, so you'll bring your application form completely filled out. You'll bring your 2 photos. You'll bring your birth certificate, your passport, if you have one. And you will also bring one other thing to support your identity. And that is really all you will need to know about that, I believe. And I hope this video helped clarify a few things for some of you if you're thinking of getting it done or that and think it's like a daunting process. I totally forgot to tell you how to get it sent in. As you can see on your envelope that it all came in, it's like pre-addressed and you'll just have to stamp it. So you can either do that and send it in that way, or you can bring it to a Passport Canada location, any location near you. For me, we have one in the town near me, so I'm just going to drop it off there and go through that because it saves time. But if you don't, feel free to just send it in that envelope. So alright, hopefully my next informational video will be up sooner than this one was. So stay tuned for that, and thank you all for watching. Thanks. Bye-bye.